We're Allison and James, two adventure seekers who enjoy exploring our limits. We love a good project, but totally underestimated what we signed up for when we purchased this dumpy Airstream with a vision of turning it into our dream mobile home. With a tight 60-day deadline, we were grinding overtime.
Oh, my shoulders are sore.
After days of deconstruction and sanding, we were excited to finally start the process of rebuilding. Join us this week as we transform the interior with a fresh coat of white paint and build our first piece of furniture.
So I've just finished up sanding the primer, and you gotta sand between coats a couple of times so that when everything's done, it all comes out nice and smoothly in the final product.
Now we get to paint. We're back! After a long work week, we're back at the Airstream getting stuck into projects. I know I said this last weekend, but we're super excited this weekend because we get to start building. Yay! We are finished with the demolition phase and now we get to start constructing our Airstream home. So we're gonna build a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, and a living leisure space. And that's all gonna fit within this 22-foot trailer. Today, we're gonna start boxing in the wheel wells, start framing in the bathroom so that we can get the walls up and get a move on this build.
So this is the basic frame. It doesn't look the neatest, but that's okay. It's all going to get covered over anyway. So now the next stage of this is we're going to get the insulation foam and cut it to fit inside of the frame and then get that stuck in. Let's get cutting. This stuff's super good, super easy to use because you just score and snap it. Time to get crafty. Done. Oh, like a glove. So that wheel well's done, and I guess it is a trip back to Home Depot because I only bought enough wood to do one wheel well. I miscalculated. Turns out you need twice as much as you think you ever need. So, shall we go for a rip? Home Depot did a credit card, I would get it.
James cracked the door handle off. So.
Like, it actually broke.
He escapes through the window and then has to come around to my side to let me out because I also don't have a door handle. It's very fire safe. Don't forget your mask.
Got it. I'm smiling.
Tell them why you love Home Depot.
I love Home Depot because nobody judges me for being filthy every time I come here. It's like,
It's right in.
I didn't have to put my nice clothes on.
These are your nice clothes. Necessary pit stop.
Got the bruise. From what I hear, making things straight, level, and plumb, a lot easier to do with a beer. Everything magically comes out square. I need to mill this quick before.
Thank you, handsome
welcome.
steed.
It's the most gentlemanly car out there. Open the door for you every time.
Why does this activity feel so good? Just boxing this in.
It's just building shit, making new things. Although demolition is fun and breaking shit is fun, building stuff. Good for the soul. And the Airstream. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, that took us most of the day.
It did.
It's 3 o'clock. We got up at 7. Just goes to show how much you greatly underestimate the time it'll take to build something, between trips back and forth to Home Depot, the grocery store to get eggs.
Didn't bring any breakfast stuff today. But we're here now. We got the wheel wells done. They're insulated, they're boxed out. And it's kind of a shame. This is probably the only time we're ever going to get to use them as seats. So we should enjoy them while we
It's like
can.
our first piece of furniture, kind of.
Yeah. And eventually they're going to be completely hidden by everything else, so you won't have to see how dodgily they're made.
Nice work.
Cheers. So, what is the next step?
Well, we're going to start building the bathroom,
Yep.
and framing in the walls, but we thought before we do that, we should probably just map out the rest of the space to make sure that what we have in our heads actually will make sense physically. So,
Yeah, we've never really drawn it out to scale, so this will be the first time.
we've used a couple of online tools to help us plan it out, but we didn't exactly plug in exact measurements on those online tools. So we're thinking we might just draw everything out on the space here, and then we can see where things are gonna fit, like where the bathroom is going to meet the bed and things like that, just to make sure that it's gonna work out for us.
Yeah, we've just got the subfloor down at the moment. We haven't really done any of the finishing yet.
So we're gonna mark it up and see what happens.
We'll walk you through afterwards. I just realized you can probably see my crotch.